Hey, this is Ryu. I'm a UX designer and also a founder of Real World UX. In one of my previous videos, I talked about my disappointment with my MacBook Pro keyboard. I have a follow-up story on this. Let's dive in. Previously, I was assuming that I would probably have to pay if I were to replace damaged keys because the initial 1-year warranty period has passed. The other day, I had a chance to go to Apple Store for a Genius Bar appointment for some other reasons. I casually asked about my MacBook keyboard problem. To my surprise, the Apple Store staff said that they can replace damaged keys up to 5 keys. So I made another Genius Bar appointment a few days later. When I showed my MacBook Pro to a Genius Bar staff and mentioned that I was previously told by another staff that they could replace damaged keys up to 5 keys without charging, he said, "Okay, let me replace all the damaged keys." 20 minutes later, he came back with my MacBook with the keyboard looking good. He said, "Okay, so I replaced all the 14 keys that were damaged." Wow, what a surprise. And I asked, "So this is all free of charge?" He said, "Yes." Me. So as I mentioned, this never happened to my older 17-inch MacBook. Why is this happening to this newer MacBook? So this newer MacBook has a lot thinner keys compared to older ones. Each key is fully transparent when not painted so that the backlit LED shines through. Then you put a white layer on it. Finally, on top of that, you put another layer with silk screening of black with letter shape cutout so that the letter shows up in white. Because of this 3-layer structure, when the keyboard is heavily used, it wears off the top black layer, exposing the second layer, which is white. His assumption is that because now that the entire key is thinner, each 3-layer might be also thinner, which might be the reason why this is happening more often compared to the older MacBook, which had thicker keys, probably with thicker layers too. He said that he has 10 years of experience at Apple Store. His explanation made sense, and I was very satisfied with how he replaced all the damaged keys on my MacBook. I didn't expect this to happen, so this was a pleasant surprise. Which is why I wanted to make another video to give a clear statement and a shout out to how Apple Store treated me with good care. Now, the question still remains. I know that my 15-inch MacBook is definitely a lot thinner and slicker compared to my older 17-inch MacBook. It's definitely a lot lighter, so it's easy to carry around so that I can take it with me to anywhere. It's great. But if this slickness, thinness, and portability is realized at the expense of easier to wear off keyboards that is constantly at the risk of getting messy, I wonder if that's worth or not. Maybe my typing or way of handling the keyboard applied more pressure than needed, which might have caused the keyboard to wear off faster. I don't know, but I'm curious if Apple collected this kind of information from customers. This type of issues require longer time period to fully observe and evaluate. Maybe we already live in a world with such a high-paced consumerism that companies and customers don't care much about using one particular tech product for a long period of time because a newer product always comes out with faster performance, cheaper price, and better features, so you just upgrade anyway. It reminds me of things like mobile phone battery that dies immediately after the warranty expires, or a major car components start to break after the 3-year warranty. In a way, we are all trapped in this industry cycle that we have to upgrade our devices to the latest ones in order to be on top of the technology trend, or in order to keep up with the highest productivity level to stay competitive as professionals. $1,000 mobile phone must have sounded ridiculous in late 90s, but somehow it became a norm. I still use iPhone 8 in the year 2020, and yes, it works perfectly fine. Because I'm a UX designer, so I feel like I always have to upgrade my phone to the latest. But at the same time, I question this whole have to upgrade mentality and trend that we all have somehow blindly adopted without having a deeper thinking whether we really need it or not. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please click like or subscribe. Feel free to put comments, suggestions, and questions. I'll see you in the next video.